Hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. We've been away, if you didn't know. We've had a lovely time and now I'm here to tell you all about what went down. But first of all, I have a very special guest to announce. Are you two excited?
Ooh, special guest?
It's a special guest.
No way.
Yeah, it's a big one. The channel has been
How big?
It's roughly the size of a bald eagle.
What?
Just the front bit.
That's really big.
Really fucking big. Here he is. It's the main man himself. You can't see him in the background, so stop looking. It's Robert Kellis.
Hey! Wow. Oh my God, it's such an honour.
Oh my God, what a return.
Feels like it's, you're right, it is big.
Could have got dressed up for this.
That's just the nose, though.
Understated.
Say something nice to everybody who's missed you then. All two people.
Hello.
Hello. How have you been?
How nice.
What have I been?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
That sounds
The delayed reaction as well.
I just woke up
Yeah.
when you knocked on my door.
Right, you can tell.
Had a little nap. Like you all, I'm fucking knackered.
Yep,
I'm
absolutely.
not too bad actually. I'm pretty much back to normal. A little bit tired, but that's it.
Lucky you, mate.
Oh, I slept into nearly 1 o'clock today.
Yeah,
That's
you're-
something I just don't do whatsoever.
You're doing a me before I went to
I don't want
Coachella.
to do a you.
That is a bad thing to do. Yeah. So today we are going to tell you all about what went down. We're going to start with the flight. So we're going to start proper early, before you could even see it on the vlog. And we're just going to let you know what's happened. If there's all funny, who knows how long this will go on for, if we can get enough bollocks
I can
talk.
tell you how long. An hour, 15 minutes.
We got a gig tonight.
Yeah, but not at 8:30, you don't.
Yeah, look at the calendar invite. You put 6:30 till 8:30.
You did
Yeah,
too.
it's true. We run over sometimes. Sorry, this isn't
no
this is in your
curfew. Listen.
contract. This is in your contract.
Frank Ocean got switched
Listen,
off.
when you signed it, you're not Frank Ocean.
If Frank Ocean got switched off, then I'm getting switched off as well.
Oh, you're getting switched on.
Listen, on that note,
I
let's
love how I
just get
started
straight
at the
into
very
it.
end there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
let's just get into it then.
So we flew down. Well, we travelled down to London on the Tuesday night.
Yep.
How was the journey for you boys?
I don't really remember.
We had a laugh.
remember.
Took the piss out of Mary on the phone all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you, Jake.
No. Right. Last year, you all took the piss out of me for being on my phone all the time. And I might have been on it a little bit, but not as much as you were making out.
But
however, this time round, Mary was like glued to her phone.
like that.
Like
Yeah,
fully
she
on
was
glued.
really bad for it. And it was all this new Hinge. Is that the thing?
Yeah, she's
I don't know
addicted
what
to
that
it.
She
is.
is addicted. She paid $35
On
to
the
use
flight.
Wi-Fi on the flight home just to go on Hinge and swipe.
On the way there as well.
Yeah, she was talking to this person who was a bit odd. So, to say the least.
He was fully on the spectrum.
We won't say too much about him because, it's not nice. But yeah, very strange. Very
So
different.
journey down was fine, weren't it?
Yeah, it was good because there was some like good posy vibes. So all of us together.
One thing I really liked about it was the fact that we're on a train. There was no... What are you looking at? Why are you looking at the screen?
Just looked at you.
Stop looking.
Sketching out,
I've
man.
got the fucking people the wrong way around here.
What did I tell you?
Mate, I'm sure I organised
What
it.
did I tell you?
You've all sat wrong.
Oh,
Shut up,
Definitely how you've... They'll figure it out. What were we on about? Oh, yeah, the train down. So it was great. We had Raz and MB able to just sit and chill with us rather than having to drive. So it was nice having everybody in the same mode rather than a few not out.
Then we slept at that apartment, didn't we?
Oh, God.
Bad sleep.
why
1975
did you not
outside
like
your window.
Because the winter. So we stayed in this apartment, which was conveniently located near the airport and next to
It was a nice
Domino's.
apartment, to be fair.
I
No,
think
it was.
And it was a good location
You're
as well.
pretty easily pleased, though. Like, because
Yeah,
you live with your mum at home.
Says you.
So
You
don't
hostels
really-
we've been to.
You don't really know what a nice apartment it is aside from this one. And
Didn't even deny it.
Look, it had everything I wanted there, okay?
What, our flat?
Wi-Fi.
No, that apartment.
yeah, Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I connected to it first.
obviously.
Yeah, and it had a massive fucking next to pizza shop with a massive neon sign outside my bedroom window, which was like being at a gig all night.
It literally looked like the 1975
Yeah.
backdrop,
The
which I'm
blind-
surprised you
yeah.
didn't like
I'm
it.
a bit jealous. It's like a nightlight for you. It sends you
Couldn't
off
be
into a
arsed.
lovely sleep.
I really hate it, like stuff like that.
You like pitch black.
No, I hate us all like going somewhere to go to sleep. I detest it.
What?
It is sometimes.
because like I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and
it
like
is sometimes hard.
so like I was just wanting to go to sleep. I went to bed first, it was clear that like, okay, I've had enough of this now. I want to go to bed. People in and out of my room 5 to 10
At one
times.
point, there was all of us in your room.
But that's because you were showing off your 1975 sign.
I just hate it. I think I'm just getting to the age now where
Old.
yeah, I am getting a bit old, and we'll talk about it during the trip. I had an excellent time, of course, but like it was very stressful, and I think the more people are involved in a situation, the less I enjoy it.
See, I'm opposite way around.
Which sucks because I like everyone so much, but like if I could just do everything with 4 people every time, I always would. No, in particular, just randomize it every time. I'm obviously one of them. But like, it would be as good for me with you 3 as it would with Raz, Dan, and Raz, Mary, and Bridie. But just doing stuff as such a big group stresses me out.
Yeah.
It really stresses me out.
Got more to deal with, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's just, especially when like it's with a group like ours, everyone's on a bit of a different mission. Like some people want to get it done as quick as possible and like want it finished.
Someone
and
wants
other
to spend
people,
all the time on TikTok.
yeah,
Yeah, making the TikToks, mate.
That is his job.
Spending all the time
Yeah,
on TikTok.
that's his job. What's your
I
excuse?
wasn't wrong.
Market research.
yeah. It's when we get split up, it stresses the group, and then we're like, if we're running behind time, that stresses the group. There's so many things that as a group will just stress you out.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself, it wouldn't.
But it wasn't that stress after that first night. It wasn't that stressful once we got on the plane because that plane ride there was good.
I didn't mind that first night, to be honest.
We had,
I slept with Mary. Fucking great night.
Excuse me.
Oh, whoa!
You
Not
wish.
like that. But yeah, no, lovely night's sleep. Nice dark room. We had a fan on.
Let's rub that in.
Oh, what's it called?
If you watch the Coachella video, which you obviously have, at the very end there's the montage of photos, and you'll see like what we mean about the lighting in the
1975.
room. It's like a picture of a black blind with
I can't remember
light
putting it in.
shining around it. That's what that is. That's my bedroom blind. Fucking awful.
It's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life now.
But yeah, it was nice. We had the Domino's right next door.
Yeah.
What did you have?
I had
Going in depth.
American Hot.
The one I know.
American Hot stuffed crust.
Oh,
Can
what's
we maybe skip the pizza thing? I don't want to bring up any bad memories for someone across the table. Someone who might want
you bastard.
someone who might wanted a pizza for breakfast.
Oh yeah. So get this right. I left my box either on top or underneath Chocky's box on the night. It was on the table, and then in the morning or whenever you decided to do it, Chocky just thought, I don't want my pizza, so I'll chuck it in the bin, and I'll throw whoever's box is on top of mine in the bin with it as well. Not asking anybody, not chucking anybody else's box in the bin, just mine. So I didn't have any
He's
of my
kinda
half
right.
of a pizza that I left for breakfast.
What was happening is I needed to pull out the sofa to make it into the sofa bed. And everyone had just left all the bottles and the pizza everywhere. So I did a quick little tidy up
of my box.
of everything. And I binned mine, Val's, and yours. And Val's watched me do it. And he was like...
Don't try and implicate Val. Because he watched.
I specifically remember my words being, just leave everything on the table. I said to you, just leave everything on the table. And you're like, no, I'm just going to go into the bed.
No, and I said, oh, it doesn't fit. The cardboard won't go in the bin. And then he went,
So I said, just leave it on the table.
Then he said, well, just empty it then. And that's
Didn't
what...
say that.
Yes,
Did
he did.
not say that.
Yes, he did.
If that was your house, that pizza box would still be there now.
Yeah. Along with half of your shit
How
that
can
you
we
played.
talk about pizza box
What
over
am I
there?
going to say?
I'm speaking from...
How's the birthday pretzels from last year that's still sat there?
Yeah, and
Smell like Play-Doh.
ask Mary, she was eating them all the other day.
We were doing a photo shoot the other day, and we're like, why the fuck's Mary? She was just sat in the corner eating these pretzels. And we're like, Mary, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just hungry. I was like, Mary, they're like a year old. Can you not smell them? She's like, well, I did think they were smelled a bit funky, but yeah, because they're out of date.
Smell like Play-Doh.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Weird, isn't it?
Let's get to the flight now. Go on.
All right.
Let's get on it. We're talking too much
We haven't even,
about
mate, we haven't even left
day
the...
-1.
Don't matter, mate. We're having a nice conversation. Leave us alone.
Are you going back home tonight?
Damn, man.
So, right, next on the agenda, the drive to the airport.
I booked an Uber.
I booked an Uber.
So that's 2 Ubers we got with the Uber X, Uber XL. We're not going that in depth, don't worry. No, nice trip to airport. The airport was lovely in itself as well, wasn't it? Easy get through.
No, it wasn't easy to get
No,
through.
it was all right for me.
It was all right for me.
It was all right for you,
me.
Choc? Oh, that's all that
The
matters.
more I think about it, the more I realise how much I really didn't enjoy this trip. Like, and yeah, it is funny, I guess, but it's true. There's a lot about this trip that I just didn't enjoy.
A lot of shit went wrong for you.
And like, it's Raz's fault, this bit. But like, Raz doesn't have any accountability. Like, Raz don't give a fuck if like he's stressed me out. Like, he just don't care.
But he's not playing.
And
That's all
it's
that
just like another shit part of the trip for me.
It was your name was spelt wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah, he decided like just put in the wrong name.
After 25 years of knowing you, he was
You
just
know,
going
it's
to put.
They put
obvious
Rob
that
instead of
it's
Robert.
obvious that you put your full name on the passport.
It's not the first time he's done it though. He put Danny Wilde for me on the flight
It's
once.
fair. He put the wrong date of birth for me.
Yeah, he
Why is he our admin?
we never found out
what it
wrong
was for
mine,
you
but
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really just loads of anxiety, like as if I've not got enough fucking going on. Like,
Then
we won't go into detail, but like it was quite a monumental day for me.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in a few weeks, I'm sure.
course.
But like, I was very stressed out, and then all the pressure of having to make this vid, having to manage a group of 7 to make it as efficient as possible. Just names spelt wrong on things. Cool. So then like the woman at BA is like, you might not be able to get in. It's like, great. Well, if I can't get in, then I've got to buy another flight, which is going to cost us probably £1,000. And you know,
it's not.
do you know, it was shit. It was a shit trip for me.
It wasn't to do with the not being able to get there on the flight, was it? It was to do
not-
with their because
America,
the Esther won't match.
Yeah,
Their visa
America
thing.
not letting you in. And then, you know, you kind of saunter through finally after like 40 minutes. Everyone's got a Starbucks. No one thought, like, let's get Rob a Starbucks.
I never
To
got
be
one
fair,
either, to be
like
fair.
Val didn't get
all, no doubt, all paid for on business card. But no one thought, let's grab one for Rob as well. Massive queue. So my only option was to either not have one or just queue. And I was like really, really annoyed about it. But like, it's in our group. It's just easier to just shut up and just deal with it.
Yeah, if
That,
you whinge about it, you
if I'd
get
have
shit.
moaned at Raz, and there's a thing that Raz did that could have really fucked our weekend,
Yeah.
and it didn't, and it's all well and good to laugh now, right? Because it is funny.
Yeah.
I didn't care in the moment. I had nothing to lose. But like, it's another one of those where just because it got sorted in the end doesn't mean that like
It's all right.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
It shouldn't be excused. It's one of those where,
But
all
that's,
right,
the,
put on
that's
pause.
the attitude that's too often taken. It's like, it doesn't matter because it eventually got sorted. Well, I was pretty stressed out. And
Yeah, there's nothing
you've
that
just
can take
kind
that
of got
stress
to.
away. is
Yeah,
there?
and you know what, mate? It's fair that you felt stressed out. Like
You can't do it like in our group, and I've obviously bred this probably as much, if not more, than anyone else. But like, you just can't show a weakness for a second. Like, if I'd have got through there and I'd have shouted at Raz, which I was well in my right to do, we'd still be talking about it in 5 years. Like we are that time when he was late, when he put something down. Fingers like you laugh about
Yeah,
that.
that
But
was
like,
so funny.
there's no more annoying to me than like saying we're going to do something and then just being like 90 minutes late for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when we're going to a festival. And like, you know, that still comes up now as if I was in the wrong for like being annoyed at him being late.
It wasn't 90 minutes, though. It was 19.
Was it? Well, it's still too
that was
late.
why it was so funny. I know. I know you
it's
shouldn't be
still
late.
too late. Like,
I mean, if you were in school and that was your teacher, you'd have fucked off
if
home
you
by
show
that
up for
point.
work late, 90 minutes late,
Yeah,
you're going to get sacked if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I had to just swallow my pride. It's easier to just deal with it and just simmer. But it was just a bad start to the trip for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, spirits soon lightened once we're on the plane. Of
course.
A few bevs.
You know, we got
Had
some
the
bevs
extra
and we were having a good
space.
time. We were all sat together.
Yeah,
and
we could kept moving around in and out.
Yeah, that was quite good.
It was good, but I've not really thought about having this conversation. And I think I am going to be a bit of a downer in it, so I do apologize.
No, that's fine. We
Well,
need
right, mate.
it's the real deal.
I'm still so. Everything was so rushed. Everything was such a blur that like I haven't really even thought about it until now. So I do apologize if I'm coming off
Yeah,
a bit.
don't
no,
worry.
no, mate. People want the real deal. You know, that's what we are.
That's it.
And it's
The
what
good
went
with
down.
the bad. But yeah, anyone else have a?
Aside from all that, though, everything else was fine for us, I guess.
Yeah,
getting the-
I had a nice itsu with.
You did?
Yeah,
With
we
Chocky?
got the extra mini bottles on the flight.
Yeah, so on the flight was... So it was the first time we flew with British Airways, or certainly like...
No, we flew with Virgin last time.
Yeah, so but it's like the first time all of us together have like...
Oh, flown
British-
with Brit. Yeah,
It's my first time ever on a beer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think I have before.
I was mega
yeah, once or
impressed.
twice.
It was the best service I've received.
It was
on
good.
Yes
but that,
and
that
no.
Virgin one last year.
Yeah,
That was the best.
Well, when they were serving you, I thought it was the best service, but I thought they just walked up and down too many times, not asking if you actually wanted anything. It was more a case of you had to like make an effort to like get their attention.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you got their attention, absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah,
You
they
know,
love it.
very
I can walk
accommodating.
into back and get in Bloody Marys.
Yeah,
I would
but,
love
so that's my point. Like, if you wanted something, you had to then get up to go get your drink at the
Yeah,
back.
but you do that at a bar anyway. So why do you
I kind of prefer that, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it
gets
was
you up and
nice because
moving,
like
doesn't
you go to the back. Oh, here's Dan who's sat like 5 seats away from me. I'm not really seeing him.
Yeah.
I'll chat with him, and then you maybe switch seats, and then I didn't mind it. I think on a flight like that, it made the time go kind of quick.
And it was nice because we all got on a little level. So every it made things a bit easier. So when someone wanted to sleep, they just kind of went out for a little bit. When people wanted to switch seats and have a bit of a laugh and a conversation, you could do that and it not fucking feel like 20 minutes only passed.
Yeah.
So that were nice. And then getting off the flight was
mate,
quite.
there's still more about the flight. God,
on
you're so eager to get this over with. On the flight.
I just don't remember as much on the flight as you.
Well, just remember more then. So we had
Let us
a
remind you.
last year when we went, we got given loads of free miniatures and a bottle of champagne by the stewards, which was fantastic. But this year, obviously, we can't just go in with the expectancy of that. So we had to figure out a plan. So
Ask for more.
just came up with an idea of when you get a drink, order 2 bottles of miniatures and keep one.
Yep.
And
I was
it
really surprised
worked.
that they accommodated it,
Of
but
course they would.
Do you know what was
Why
funny?
wouldn't they?
it was no
That's
issue
free.
at all.
No.
The first drink I got, Mary said, "Ooh, can I get 2?" And then the woman just turned around and was like, "You know what? Why don't you just have 3?" And just passed me and Mary an extra 2. And,
And then,
you know what?
And as she said that, she was also she also said like, "Oh wow, look, they've got Baileys as well." And the woman like gave her 2 Baileys. Was like, these usually go really quickly, so you can have those 2 as well. She'd so
Great service.
that
good
was
flight,
good.
Awesome service.
And, to get all those free miniatures was great because it really served us well at Coachella this year.
What about the food?
You know what? Not the worst food I've had. I'm a man who enjoys plain food, and that was mid. Like, not the best I've ever had, but not the worst.
I don't remember it.
Aeroplane, yeah. Thank
it
you.
was the hunter's chicken.
The hunter's chicken we had to start off with, that was
And
all right. The
then-
green beans were nice.
Oh, that was
And I never
delicious.
thought that's something I'd ever say,
See,
but green
Must have had a
beans.
lot
I
of
had-
MSG on it. That
I had the
What else
mushroom stroganoff.
Oh, disgusting.
I thought
No, to be fair,
it
yeah,
was
to
lovely.
be
That I had 2 slices of mushrooms in it, so I want much mushroom in my mushroom stroganoff.
Too much for me. Too many.
But no, other than that, it was lovely.
What else did we get? We got 2 things, didn't we?
The cheese and crackers.
Oh, man. Why have we had so many good laughs about cheese?
It's
thoughts
mad, isn't it?
before?
Like, they're so funny. So you get given it's not slices of cheese to put on your crackers, which would make sense like you get in your Lunchables. It's just a miniature block of cheese, and they give you a wooden knife, because obviously no more plastic. But it's like 1.5 mil thick. So when you're cutting into it, it's just like hitting it with a wooden board, and it's just smushing it out the way, and it's doing nothing. And I was just wetting myself trying to cut through it, and I ended up just giving in. Rob had it like a
I just
s'more,
ate
didn't
mine like
Like a Lunchable.
full block.
you? 2 biscuits with a block in between. But that was so funny. Those little bits are always what like make aircraft food for me. So the bog standard dinners are a bit shit. They're always okay at most.
God, I disagree. I'm always I don't know why, but I'm always so impressed with food on a plane.
That's 'cause
Really?
you've been on
Even
about
the
4
one on
planes.
the way back?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Remember you?
yeah, to be
yogurt.
honest. No, not the breakfast.
Well,
that was shit.
we're going too far into
like-
this. That's
Go on, we
Eager
start with
beaver.
Frank Ocean. You can't-
the proper meals on a plane. I've always been like really impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
there is. I think it's a bit like when we go to America. There's just a novelty to it.
But I don't even think it's that. I think they're just really good.
Yeah, but to be fair,
There's not
this
that much
is a
of a
guy that
novelty.
doesn't
Yeah.
have like normal meals anyway. So
Yeah,
It's
and also his
Nando's,
first ever
white
flight was-
food, or crisp.
And his first ever flight was into his 20s, so he's not experienced many flight foods.
I mean, I'd argue a lot of.
he's not a
flight
well-travelled
airplane
man.
food
Why is he
Is
fuck?
shit.
Literally. No, it doesn't matter. I'm not biting.
When is your next trip actually?
We've got like 2, haven't we, in the next maybe 5-6 weeks?
Yeah, maybe you should order a new passport.
Yeah.
then.
Oh God! Hold up your passport for everyone to
Imagine
see.
me.
How the tables have turned, eh?
Look at this.
What do you mean how the tables have turned? As soon as I found this, I ordered a new passport instantly.
Did you?
Yep.
How many pages?
You better believe. Do you know what I did?
Go on.
I got the small one
Did you?
for 2 reasons. Number one, I need to start being a bit more financially responsible.
Fair play. Fair play.
But I did think, in short, Bridie spent the extra tenner to get the bigger passport, which has more pages in, which you don't need, but it allows him to just have a laugh in the airport.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, if he's happy, then everyone's happy. So it's like he can laugh and go, "My passport's bigger than yours," and I legitimately
So's his
thought,
belly.
because then Raz has now bought the big one as well,
Yeah.
and I was like, should I buy the big one? And I was like, I'm not gonna, not only to save a tenner, but like they have fun having the big passport. They'll have fun knowing I've got the small one.
Yeah.
So you just want to be dissed.
And I just bought. Well, it just makes their life a bit more enjoyable, doesn't it? And
Just
saves
being a
me
good
tenner.
friend.
Yeah, it makes
My
literally
passport
no
went through
difference.
the wash.
I just love how it's disintegrated half the page.
That's bad, that.
Do you know what's fucking dumb? I have to send that off.
Yeah, you
to
do.
get my new one.
Yeah,
Can
you
you not
do.
just report it as lost?
I should have done.
Oh, yeah.
I should have done. Fucking hell.
Should
Yeah.
have just reported it as lost.
Live and learn.
Live and learn, eh?
Put an air tag on it.
Ah, come on.
What?
But it's not lost.
Yeah, good
So AirTag ain't gonna help.
So, we've had the flight.
We've landed in Los Angeles.
We've gone.
However, why is there a stress going on in LA when we've landed?
Why is there a stress going
Oh,
on?
another issue.
Because
Calls.
Rob bought some tickets. Raz bought some tickets.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Raz got the ticket sent to him just like we did last year. However, Rob didn't. He got an email basically saying, "We're not going to have time to send you your tickets. You're going to have to pick them up from the box office."
Even though I bought them before Raz did.
Yeah. You're going to have to pick them up from the box office, which
it
is
closes
which is at the near the Coachella grounds. But the box office will close at 7. Now we land at about
About one.
one,
have to go-
which sounds like a lot of time, but there's still a lot of faffing. We've still got to get the van. We've still got to drive all the way
We've still got
there.
to get through customs.
Still got to get through
hours.
customs. You know,
3.5
there's
hour
there's a lot going on, and it was kind of the reality of actually we're kind of going to might run out of time here. We really need to like pull our socks up and get a move on. So that was
Well, 'cause
another
when
little
you
bit of
think,
stress
like,
for
If
you.
you think the only time we ever go to a box office is if we're collecting like a guest ticket,
Yeah.
really, which is a great position to be in. But you think about the times we've been to a box office at Kendall Calling, at
Yeah.
Leeds
Leeds,
Fest,
yeah.
and a download even. No one fucking has any clue what
Nope.
they're doing.
Nope.
You get there, are you artists? Are you media? Like, I don't know.
Let me check an email.
Oh,
I
well,
can't find you on
we've
this.
looked on the MacBook Air and you're not on it.
Or actually, you need to go,
Go around this
all the way to the
So-
other end, and yeah.
So not only are we expecting, okay, so we land, we got 6 hours to get to that box office
Yeah.
by the time we land, an hour to get through customs, an hour and a half to get the vans, 3.5 hours drive minimum, really, to get to the box office. And then you factor in like the fast. So, and if we didn't get there in time, we would have not had as good a video, really. So
Yeah,
that
was
was
issue on first day, wasn't it? To be fair,
Yeah.
Like, just getting in would have been delayed by what
'Cause-
3-4 hours.
If
Because
that.
that,
Yeah,
that
if
box
not- if
office
not
was
more.
open till 7 p.m. on the Wednesday, but then it's open on day 0
At 9 a.m.
at 9 a.m. But there'd be a massive queue.
Yep.
So it already was by the time we
yeah,
got there at
yeah.
5.
Spoiler, there was already a big ass queue.
You know, we bombed it as well. Say bombed as quick as we possibly could.
Yeah.
We were at the helm in our van, and we got to the box office and
You smashed it through traffic.
Yeah,
like you
we
just
got-
Yeah,
I
I don't know what happened.
Did you stay in like the carpool lane on left
Yes.
hand side?
Bridie-
That'll be
Bridie
why
didn't
we
use
stayed
it.
over on
Yeah.
right. Bridie like played it safe.
But we got there, and of course, it was nothing like Kendall Calling. It was a beautiful site.
It was gorgeous.
A permanent setup for the polo club. Fantastic greeting, incredible. Like it was.
Like,
That
there
was
was-
the first time that I was like, because that was the moment then that I could like breathe.
Yeah.
And it was like, right. My only other concern now is getting everyone up at 4.
Yeah.
Like this is the biggest concern I had, and we've got them.
Yeah.
And it was nice going in there and getting those
It
tickets.
was, so there was like maybe security every like 20 yards or something like that. And every single one of them was like, how you doing? You all right? Can I help you with anything? Like, just so helpful.
It's almost like the too helpful.
It can
Like
be sometimes.
it
for
seems like it's just so forced at times.
But you know what? if there wasn't a genuine issue that we had, it could have been solved very easily.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
got to give credit to them, to be fair. But yeah, super nice. We got out of the van to go get the tickets, and within the first 10 seconds, someone had shouted over, "Hey, TPD!" which was great. It was really nice.
It was weird, wasn't it? Like before the trip, it was an anxiety of mine. Obviously, we love the viewers, and without the viewers, we're nothing. But it was like an anxiety with Coachella getting 1.6 million views. What's it going to be like? Is it going to be like that Leeds Fest for us, where it was just mental and we couldn't really enjoy it?
Yeah.
And as you've seen in the video, it really wasn't, which is great.
Yeah,
They were fucking great.
But when we first got out and the first fucking people we saw were like, TBD, it was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I hope that it's in moderation.
Yeah. But it was also great because Raz said there was another car parked next to him, a couple of English guys, and they were blaring out Biffy Clyro. So I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Duality of man, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was my brain just fucking went blank. Literally,
That
just
doesn't sound like
That'll
you.
be the jet lag, mate.
I don't know what I was going
We
to.
went
That was
to
it. It was the jet lag. So for our trip, that obviously you guys got there like half an hour earlier than us. For our trip, we had MB and Mary up in front. Like Mary was helping MB stay awake, and then back they were just Choc and me going delirious because like we just had such a lack of sleep. I had like an hour on the flight. I don't know what Choc got, but it can't have been much because you don't sleep well. And we were just delirious, and we're just looking around, saying literally everything.
It was
if there's a sign, we say it.
It was about halfway through. I just started to notice that there's no wildlife on that drive. Like,
Good
no,
point,
no,
literally
no, like.
Then he's like,
you
"There's no
expect
bears."
horses or anything. Yeah, I was like, California has bears, doesn't it? Where are the bears?
Not next to the freeway, it doesn't.
But no, but even then, next to the
forest,
freeway,
yeah, all
there were
these-
no birds.
Yeah. So then at one point we were just going, count every bird you see. And at one point,
Yes, please.
after an hour, we got 10.
It was,
at a
like
push.
honestly, there was such little animals out
But
there.
we were having a great time because we were delirious and we already only have 2 brain cells.
Yep, so
It
we're
was
down
just-
to 1.
It was
It's funny
just-
because like it wasn't even like you'd woke up. What time was the flight?
9 quarter to 10.
We woke up
So,
about
so it was
5.
only like 6 p.m. in your body.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you were so delirious.
Because the night before, I'd had like 2
Yeah, I
or 3
remember I
hours
was on
sleep.
that shit.
And then I was up at 6 that day.
Well, you shouldn't have been spending your time coming into my room looking at my fucking.
I
curtains.
came in
shouldn't
once
have
because
such
Bridie
interesting
went,
curtains.
You could have been asleep,
because
dickhead.
Bridie went, Chuck, come and check this out. Look at this light. It's mad.
I definitely could have been asleep, but someone from your room came into mine to look at our curtains to see if they were the same.
Pass me the,
Yeah, so we were
bottle
just
up.
delirious,
Tommy.
talking absolute bollocks on the back seat, and it was literally any sign we saw like McDonald's, and we just
Did you make a comment on the Corona side?
doing what?
Make a note-
Skechers.
Make a note.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the
yeah.
Skechers one as well.
So the
Warehouse,
Skechers
whatever.
factory,
2 of them.
building. There was Monster
Monster
HQ.
HQ were
The
funny.
big Tesla.
Yeah,
Big
with the
Tesla, the
Tesla
hangar.
run. Yeah.
Obviously, we all.
With the helicopters and planes, the jets.
I didn't see that.
Oh, did you know there was a Tesla jet that what we reckon is going to be Elon's?
Oh right, I was going to say they don't make a
It
jet.
was. It was. No. It was a cool little. It was Tesla branded, but it had a little back pusher engine. So
That's
fucking
cool.
sick. It was your first time in America, though. Well, not first time, but like as an adult. As a fully
As an
functioning
adult,
person.
yeah. As an adult, you're right.
I say, well, fully functioning.
Man's been to America 5 times.
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
right.
but when was the last time before
Can't
this?
relate.
16. so-
There you go. That doesn't
Oh,
count.
yeah.
That's you're a
10
child.
years. Yeah. But it was just nice. You know,
26.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
come on, man.
Next month, mate.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not.
older than
I'm
I
not an old boy like you over there, mate.
No, that's older than I thought you were.
Surely not.
I thought you were like 24.
God,
Yeah.
you young
I've
boys.
For some reason, you two, you've just remained 23.
23.
Yep, that's it. That's your age
Yeah.
to me.
It's because you act like a fucking child all the time.
Oh, and you act like an old man now. Fucking.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's just more difficult in a bigger group. I want my own room. God,
I need some
stressed all the time.
Yeah, I do want my own fucking room. I do want my own room, mate. Is that too much? I wouldn't want my own room if I didn't surround myself with people who get the kicks on waking people up for fun when they're asleep and coming in and staring at the fucking blind.
Don't share a room with Matty Brady,
Raz.
who's inviting the
Hey,
whole
were Raz
squad
who
in.
woke you up?
Well,
Raz
you live
played
and you
Crazy
learn.
Train.
You live and you learn.
Anyway,
Still
yeah,
free.
it was nice. We then all linked up at Target.
Target.
Yeah, did the Target shop. That were fucking rough, weren't it?
I want to let everyone know now there is no shopping video this year because there is no way we could have filmed a cohesive shopping video for
it
that.
was 7
It
very
wa-
tired people.
That kept splitting up just
Yeah.
to go to different aisles.
Like I did make a comment before we went. I was like, maybe we should make one. Maybe like put it on the Patreon or something like that. It still would
Got shot
not
down.
would not have worked because it was like right. Everyone got a trolley and it was like just everyone just putting shite in. And
I mean, it's needed. I think we did quite a good shot this
I
year.
will only ever do another shopping video if we have a camera crew that film us
absolutely,
and,
absolutely,
and
yeah.
edit it for me.
And we should do a supermarket. So
I hate the shopping video.
it's hard work.
You know what? It was hard work, not even just filming it, just wandering
Yeah,
around getting
absolutely.
shit. Because you
I
go
really
to the
enjoyed
booze
them.
section and you go, right, is everyone happy with this? But someone won't be with you. So then you go past the booze section, then someone comes back and says, oh, where's
I've
the
already
booze?
done that.
I'm going to get this. And then you have another discussion like, yeah, but is it not worth you just getting what we're already getting? It just, it was a bit of a tedious moment, that, weren't it?
Very.
We definitely overspent in
Yeah.
there as well.
Oh my god! How much did we spend?
And
in
it's
the
not
end?
just that we spent too much, like, because it was expensive, but like looking at what we ended up not using.
Yeah.
In all fairness, if you look at what we didn't use, it was a lot less
The
than
main
last year.
thing were like the
Like, we
juice
drank a lot more of
and
the drink.
shit like that. The juice, the Mountain Dew.
It was a lot of mixers. We always get loads of mixers. There was a fair few like buds and seltzers and stuff in there, I think. But
There was
don't think there was that many.
only like
Thank you, Jake.
I think one set of seltzers that we didn't really drink. Was that Truly? Is it Truly? I don't know.
yeah, those
I didn't even
but
know
those
that.
Trulies
We
were
all-
shit.
We only
I don't
drank like one bottle of that big vodka.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dumb idea. That like, well, it was 1.5-ish, wasn't it? But I ended up.
I did.
No,
on-
'cause
however-
one of them went in the Skittles vodka that then just got poured away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whose
However-
idea was that?
To be fair, we missed at least one night at the Dome.
Yeah.
That would have.
It would have simmered off a bit more,
Yeah.
but we were just fucked, man. This
Yeah.
this year like took its toll so much more.
Yeah, it did, and I don't necessarily.
Well, it's your first one as well of the year. That's the thing to remember. Like, and it was a rushed trip. Like, we
Yeah,
didn't have
absolutely,
the time
absolutely.
to have. Like last time at Coachella, we flew into America. I think we had like 2 or 3 days.
I think we had 2 days, where
before.
we kind of chilled
Yeah,
a bit.
and this was like literally.
And it was our first time, so there was a real like
Yeah,
anticipation.
This
for
was
it all.
just
Wanted
end
see
to
everything.
end, like literally not a single chance to stop.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Like, it's weird because like obviously we just went to Coachella and it was great, but like everyone's been asking me, oh, what was it like? And it's easy just to say, yeah, it was great, but it you say, oh, it was quite stressful, and people like roll their eyes, and I get that.
But they don't
But
understand.
yeah, when you go to a
You're
festival,
trying to do
you
it.
always have fun.
Yeah, they're not trying to put out a video and also get everyone on the same page.
When you go to a festival, it's your time off.
Yeah.
You're having a good time. When we're at a festival, we're at work.
My going back to work since Coachella has been the most downtime. I've had.
Yeah, I bet.
And I've still responded to fucking 1,000 comments today.
The most downtime we got at Coachella was that queue getting into Coachella because we just had ages of doing fuck all, slowly moving like a
That
car.
was bad, wasn't it?
Well, speaking
You know
of
what?
that, I'm gonna go. On.
Oh, I just thought we hadn't got there yet.
No, I was just gonna segment it.
Segment it. What segmenting? Shit. You fucking idiot.
I mean, what we're missing there, just talking about going to the In and Out and the hotel.
Let's stop trying to rush it, Choc. People want to know the in and outs.
Yo, I just asked a
Yeah,
fucking
he wants to talk about
question.
In-N-Out Burger.
God almighty.
Yeah, we'll go for everything. We'll tell them everything.
All
Why
I
not?
said was, what are we missing? Because he said he was going to segment it, and I said In and Out and hotel. That were
I
it.
don't know. We weren't even.
So actually, to be fair, so after we went to Target, got some food at In-N-Out. There's truly nothing to say about that. It was fine.
shit.
I
Target
didn't mind
was
it.
Target was better than I thought it'd be.
Do you think?
Yeah, I didn't hate that as much as I thought.
But is that because we didn't film
Stressed
it
me
this
out.
year?
No, it's like, you know, absolutely shattered, knackered, but like I was more tolerating of Target than I thought I would be. I still wanted to get out of there.
I thought I did. One thing I will say about it is we were a lot quicker in there than I thought we were going to be.
Because yeah, I mean,
everyone was
we
tired
just
and-
needed to be like those. I think from the start it was like, don't piss about, let's just fucking get it done.
Yeah.
We went to a dispensary as well just before In and Out, didn't we? With Mary, because Mary, she's like me, she likes to smoke, but she's never been to a dispensary, never been to America, so thought I'd show what one's like. It was
They're cool.
They are cool.
to
When
be
you go
fair.
in there, it feels like somewhat underground, like somewhat sick, because obviously it's illegal over here.
You gotta show your ID
You
before
do,
you,
yeah.
go in.
And but
Have
no,
a bit of banter.
really good, really friendly, really really nice place. I can't remember the name of it. Sticks with three
Stizzlers.
eyes, Stizzlers, something like that.
Something like that.
In Palm Springs. So if you're ever there, check them out. Really good. Did some nice vapes. The joints that you got were fucking banging.
The mini ones were deadly.
Aye, they were great. But yeah, just a little stopover before in and out. And then to hotel, wasn't it?
So the hotel was, so we stayed in the hotel last year, the Hilton Palm Springs.
It's lovely. It's got a heated pool at one end, cooled at one end.
The coolest thing about this hotel, right,
Cooled pool.
is we had 2 rooms. One that fit 4, one that fit 3, and the one that fit 4 was the same room we had last year.
That is mad, isn't it?
It's fucking crazy.
What are the chances of that?
It was such like a surreal, like, you couldn't have wrote it.
It was nice that it set the scene nicely.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to, if we went next year, to book that same room.
Yeah,
again
I
in
think
advance.
we kind of said maybe if we do try book that again,
Try and like
we
slide
do
it
go
in.
just say like, can we have room?
Yeah.
But
That would be
I'm not
good.
going to say on the podcast because we want to make sure we get that room.
Yeah, everyone starts booking that room.
But yeah, the Hilton was nice. It was just we really need to get to sleep. So maybe we got there about, I don't know, 8, 9-ish. We got there. I think we all just like clocked off and kind of went to sleep because we did have to be up early. We got up at about 3:30, I think it was.
It's you, Mary, and me. And Jake snores like a fucking bastard. It's awful.
Yeah,
it's
annoying,
so
isn't it?
bad. But luckily, I can sleep through fucking anything. So Mary had to deal with it, not me.
Mary was in a riot mood.
Yeah, she wasn't happy.
Our room, me, Rob, Raz, and Bridie were quite efficient. We all just kind of
Yeah, do you know what? It
had a
was a
quick
big
shower
win,
before bed. Everyone just went straight to sleep.
We
and
took
then
some
everyone got
pics,
up
didn't we?
straight
We
away.
took the thumbnail picture in there. So the big Coachella video from last year, the thumbnail was shot in that mirror in that room, and we got that picture again, but with Choc in it.
It looks great.
And that was more just for us, just to kind of say we started everything here, and here we are again now with Choc, and the picture looks exactly the same. It's great. And then we took the actual thumbnail picture using the tripod in that room, and I think it's turned out pretty well.
Yeah, good photo.
I cropped Raz out today to swap him out with Mary.
It's worth it. Everyone's been commenting like, why is Mary not in the thumbnail? Mary specifically asked not to be in the
she did,
thumbnail.
Like we didn't
was
want
tired.
to.
She said because it's lads, doing
British
Coachella,
lads,
British lads doing Coachella. She didn't want the thumbnail to mismatch with the wording. So
Well, she it's not that she didn't want to be in it.
but she opted out.
She thought that the vid would do
work better.
better if it was like awkward British lads with not a bird in sight kind of thing. And it ran for, it got its 100K without her in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then I thought, just to switch it up, added her in today, cropped Raz out because he was just the one on the end. Yeah. I'm certainly not going to crop myself out on the other end. So
Plus, what are you going to do with like all the dead space where your nose would be?
yeah, good point. Good point. But we got to sleep pretty quick and it was quite pleasant actually.
Up, efficient, got up, got changed, got straight in the van.
And the thing is, like, we just beat the jet lag. It was no issue.
Yeah,
because
I
like
agree.
we were so tired. Bed by 10 probably.
Yeah.
And then if you wake up at 4, you got 6 hours sleep. Which
Yeah,
is
that's-
fine.
that's-
we got up at like 3:30, and I think within the first 10-15 minutes, everyone was pretty much ready.
Well, Jake wanted to set fucking 3 or 4 alarms, all 5 minutes in, like against each other, in the aim to get up 20 minutes later.
No. I originally wanted to set an alarm. So my original alarm that was set was 3:17, right?
Fucking point. Why?
To be fair,
It takes ages getting
to be,
fucking
to
but
be
why the
no,
17?
To be fair, I don't know. It's just like give myself an extra 2 minutes. To be fair though, we said we would be back. We said we'd be back at their room by 4:20.
Blaze it.
Blaze it. And we were 10 minutes late. So if I set that original alarm, we wouldn't have been 10 minutes late.
I wasn't 10 minutes late. I walked through the door as their 4:30 alarm went off.
Mary and Dan
No. But
walked up.
4:30 alarm. We said we'd be in there by 4:20.
No, we didn't. I knew the timing of 4:30. That's why there was an alarm set.
We did say earlier. I didn't mind because we were still on track, but the idea was to be out of there at 4:30.
Yeah.
I was ready to leave. 4:30.
No, because we had to do the intro.
Yeah.
So the idea was get there at like 20 past, do the intro and fuck off. But
They weren't there, so it's not my fault.
That's not an issue. Like we got
no,
it
I
done.
know.
Yeah, we got it.
Got it done and then went to Mackey's.
Yeah.
Order number 8.
Wait.
Got my order wrong. Of course they did.
Said our second van pulls up and they said, "Sorry, card machine's not working. Could you get cash?" Instantly
really?
said, "Yeah." Instantly we're like, "No." So then they went, "All right, just give us a sec. We've got to sort some shit out."
Let me just put the order through on the other till. Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Wow.
Why use
is
the one that
mad,
doesn't have card?
I somehow unlocked a memory whilst in that van of like, I'm pretty sure last year we got order number 8. And I was like, I wonder if it is. And it was. And it was like 2 double egg, sausage and egg
That's
muffins.
such an American breakfast.
Doesn't the order number change by every person though? So the next person will be number 9, number 10, and then after 99 it'll go back to the start again. So you just won in 100 people.
No, that's not what I'm
You were
on
talking about the combo item.
I didn't even know they did numbers.
Yeah, so normally that's like
We have it in England.
when we were in and out, everyone
Choose
was
your meal
saying
by
like,
saying like I'll have a
Yeah.
number thing.
Yeah.
don't
In
you?
and out.
I've only known that in like
in
a
and out.
Chinese
I
restaurant.
was like,
Big
can I
Smoke
get a
says it.
Yeah.
I thought-
order
yeah,
number?
But that's not
I like a
McDonald's.
large
Yeah.
with cheese
I can't remember that.
and a large Coke.
Okay.
Soda.
What did you get from
Sorry,
McDonald's?
it was definitely a Coke. That soda.
I tell you what, I had the biscuit thing. So it's like a,
love the
you know, you
biscuits,
get the double egg McMuffin, double sausage egg McMuffin, whatever it is. They do that, but with the biscuits, and the biscuits are like a weird
Scone.
salty scone, but they're lovely. It's so nice. What a strange food to have.
Not for me.
No,
It's world's fastest cake as well.
I had the breakfast burrito from McDonald's.
Shut the fuck up. Not you. Him.
I gathered, mate. Don't worry.
And you,
No,
actually.
Shut up, you fucking whatever.
Rude.
Should
is
we
it-
talk about Coachella?
Yeah.
No, we hadn't arrived there yet.
We've only got 40 minutes.
This is what I was saying. I was like,
No, it's fine. Don't you worry. Rushing
right,
off.
okay,
Fucking hell.
It's not
Right,
All
all
we
these
get,
beers.
we get
You've
the
got the most impatient and the least impatient
Right.
fighting to be the most impatient.
we get the breakfast right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, whatever. And then we drive to the festival. Right?
Here we are.
And it's about 10, 15 minutes.
Now,
Last year, it was pretty quick to get in.
yeah, we arrived at about the same time as well, didn't we?
To the minute.
Yeah, and it was.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say about quarter of a mile at most. The queue
Last year.
yeah. Whereas this year is like
this year it was
over a
like,
mile, I'd say.
yeah, absolutely.
It took ages.
It was mental because Brady was telling me because I was in the front seat, the passenger seat, and he was
Scrub.
He was shut up, brother. What were you? Where were you in Raz's van? Oh yeah, same spot.
I was driving it.
Not at this point.
But
what he
Brady,
said, not
Brady pointed
Don't know
out.
what he's on about.
Brady pointed out and said, "It'll just be round the corner, and then we'll be in that queue."
Then we kept going
And then we
around more
kept
and more
going.
corners.
It
and
was
kept
so long.
going,
It was at
and then-
least like a mile and a half.
Yeah, down another strip of street, kept going, and then we had to do that little U-turn.
Yeah.
There were loads of police like cordoning off
Yeah, there was.
corners and stuff, so you could just get round without.
But
any
what
issue.
was nice is because we were stuck in that big ass queue, listening to the radio, and we listened to some
American
absolute
radio
classic.
is just
Oh,
so
God.
good.
Do you remember the
Conversation.
talk show?
I
Yeah.
can't believe how sexist it is.
It's mad, isn't
Just
it?
out in the open.
Talking about like what one of them was talking about like
Is,
at a wedding.
is your wife is your girlfriend?
Is your wife the hottest woman in the world
Yeah.
to you?
and it's just a caller's called in. Absolutely not. My wife isn't even good looking. I only married her because I wanted to get close to her sister.
would you let your girl get double sausaged?
This is at fucking 6 in the morning on the radio.
Are people calling in?
Like, are you happy with your girl having a side dude?
Yeah.
And people
Absolutely.
Are in
I want a side girl myself.
people are calling in. They're like, "Well, we're like dogs, aren't we? Yeah. It's
No,
would you like another dog
someone-
eating your food?" And it's
Someone
like,
called.
How can you call
someone
us that?
called Jose, and he was like, "Yeah, no way, Jose." It was like, it's like, what the fuck is
It
going
was
on?
so. I was actually in bed last night and I was trying to find some apps so where I can like listen to 102.3.
sexist.
There is an app for
Yeah,
that.
Is that the captain himself?
captain
the
himself.
coach.
The coach. That's
He's
it, yeah.
so good.
Coming up next,
He's not the sexist one, by the way.
No, no,
We
no.
don't think
Some
the sexist
rocker
one's
dude.
good.
It was like
Right.
96 point something. That one.
God knows.
Can't remember.
But yeah, very strange.
It's just
radio.
what I needed
Choc, I
though,
smelt that
'cause
burp there. Jesus Christ.
It was good having that talk radio on because it was like
kept the energy high.
it just kept your brain occupied as you sat in that queue.
It's
Which
something
would have been a
different as
time.
well.
It would have been a time where I would have crashed.
Normally
that
we'd
kept me
just
going.
have the rock radio on, wouldn't we? And it's stuff that we do listen to quite often anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of hearing it now. You know, there's only so much Bon Jovi. Like it's great radio.
There's only
but,
so many
like,
times you can listen to Sultans This Way.
Yeah, like I'm kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
Really. So the talk radio was
Yeah, it really
was
helped
a
change
great
things
shout.
up.
Then we
We had Mary on it as well,
Yeah.
which was shit. She were wankwit radio.
yeah, she just kept like going past.
If she couldn't find a station, she just couldn't be asked.
Yeah.
She'd stop.
And what were great is at one point we were in the back saying like, "Oh, can you just turn it up?" 20 minutes later, just still weren't turned up. I went, "Mary, can you just turn up again? just just by a bit, a little bit." And then we pulled up finally inside the Coachella queues.
And that's when the vibe was like
Yeah.
really like.
It starts, everyone starts getting excited.
Everyone
You're
just-
sat
Everyone
in-
gets out the van. Everyone gets out the cars.
There's what, like 20 lines of cars all going down together. All
Who
getting
was it who
checked.
picked our
It's-
fucking queue?
It's so weird though, because like if you look at that from like an aerial point of view, it looks just so chaotic.
In my head, it looks like that scene at a Fast and Furious where they all come out of the factory and police are trying to catch them, but there's hundreds of them.
Well, in that
Yeah.
in that 20
Rob will know.
in the 20 lanes. In the 20
hang on a
lanes-
minute. Fast and Furious, right? In the first one,
Mate, I haven't seen that probably for 15 years.
yeah, but it's the scene towards the it's second half of film. There's loads of cars coming out of the factory because they're trying to evade
Why are
the
they in a
police.
factory?
Because there's loads of cars in there.
Why are we talking about
Ready
this?
to come out.
Being made.
Furious, man.
Like
Because
the
that's what it looks
manufacturing
like.
plant.
Yeah. No, they're not being made. It's all the street racers have decided to meet up there, ready for this. Big,
It was a busy queue.
Yeah,
busy queue.
busy queue, and
But
had-
we did pick the
well, no,
the
no,
longest
let's. It wasn't us.
just
We
a-
didn't.
We got so
It's
no,
just the look of the
Razin,
draw.
it's just that we got directed down
No,
there.
we. Bridie was saying there was like 3 options. It was either straight down the middle, the one we chose, or kept going.
Yeah,
for
but
it.
Bridie would say
Yeah, Brady
that.
would say that because he'd love to wind people up and stir the pot.
But
Like
we did
there
end
was a
up in
bloke
the
who directed
shittest-
Raz into that one.
Yeah, but we ended up in the shittest queue.
Either way,
It was shit.
it was fine. It was shit, but it,
It
was
just took
fine.
longer than
Like,
everyone else's.
but you know what, when we got to the security, it was great because actually we got the English accent.
It goes
really
a long way
does,
for lovers
and
for some reason.
they pulled up and they realised we were English, having really good banter with them, and they checked our van. So we were in front. They checked our van. They had to kind of like make sure our quantity of vodka was all right for 7 people.
It was plastic bottles as well.
And then when it obviously they've got to check every vehicle, and one was like, right, we need to check this one, and the guy was like, no, they're with them, they're all cool.
No, it
well,
was this
woman.
this short last.
Yeah,
was
she
like,
turned around
He
and
goes,
was like-
right, have you checked him?
And she went,
she's
yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah.
So your van just never got checked.
No.
And it
I
was-
mean, they wouldn't have found anything
all-
anyway.
No, of course.
all
They hit it really well.
Listen, I hit it really well from your
I'm the one who found it.
accidentally.
Very, very clever.
Daniel White.
How did you find that?
Yeah, explain,
spot?
mate.
Right, this little hidey hide spot that you shouldn't know about and you shouldn't do it because you shouldn't take anything into a festival that you're not allowed. I was hanging out the window essentially, sat on edge at window, and I wanted to lean back. So I put my legs up on the little, what's it called, that center console.
Yeah, the cup holder bit.
but
where everyone's got a drink in the cup holders. Yeah.
thinking that'll be screwed down because that's logical. It turns out it's on just little sliders that if you push it up it'll come off, and it did that when my legs were attached
Almost
to it,
fell out
holding
the
me
window.
up.
Fucking
Almost fell
grabbed
out. Almost fell out at window head first.
To grab.
Choc had to grab it. Drinks went all over the shop, but
a
then
paddling pool.
in the fucking madness that ensued,
You found-
Choc saw a little spot at the back on the center
Little
console.
hole.
So we put
El
some.
Chapo gap.
Man in cave.
So we put some Kit Kats in there because we know you're not allowed Kit Kats. And then
Perfect
it was
with those
great.
Kit
Like
Kats.
popped it back on. They didn't even fucking check his van. Pointless.
It was funny that.
But this is the issue. They do properly check people. Like
Yeah,
you
they
could
do.
see people having their bags checked and everything.
The car to our right, when we were getting our check, was getting like everything from their
All their
bags,
bags,
all
yeah.
their shampoo bottles and shit open. It were meant on this. Last was just like, oh, where you get this from? What's this? Oh, that's
What's this
nice.
prescription?
And I'm like, why are you opening it? You could see it was sealed. Just checking everything, man. I'm like,
I saw them take a knife, not like a dangerous knife, but more like
But just-
for cooking with.
yeah.
Oh, because you can't be dangerous for cooking now.
Still dangerous.
one,
Yeah, absolutely.
so one of them bought like a mason jar cup. Like obviously to put thing, brand new, had the price tag on it. Just
The guy- I
put it
saw
straight in
that.
the bin.
I saw
Well,
that.
you're not allowed glass.
Yeah, I know, but like this poor girl just watched brand new just get slung in there.
I hope they're not
Direct
throwing
to
that.
landfill.
It's dangerous.
So once we got through that,
Filtered into another one.
there was then another 2 hours of trying to get through, but in a sense, nothing really happened there.
No, it was just
it was
a really
just a
slow
case
queue.
of we were in a queue waiting for 2 hours, basically because there was just one guy trying to let through 20 rows of cars.
Yeah, they were mad. One person organising everything.
And then
And I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much better he could have done that.
well, I
don't think
think
you
one
need-
of the
It
problems
was just a case of this should have been probably different.
one of the problems was when we
entrances.
got through to that second round of queuing, they said choose a lane. They didn't tell you which lane to go in. They said choose a lane and go all the way down. You can't leave your car like to set up camp there. You have to stay in that thing. What was the issue was there was about another 20 fucking lanes, and people did just start like turning the car engine off and getting shit out.
And the people who were by themselves, in like they're not teamed up with a few cars, and we just kept zigzagging.
Yeah, and we were at one point in that one lane for a while, thinking, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah,
I can't remember who it was. Someone went all the way down to have a look. Just the guy, whoever was at the front, saying, "Oh, your turn. You come through, then you come through." Just was doing one lane, and just ignoring everyone else, which was quite annoying. But
we got through it. And
yeah, we did get through at the end, and we weren't necessarily near where we were last year. Where we were last year was brilliant, but that was now priority parking or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you could kind of like choose to park there specifically. We kind of parked behind the village or whatever it's called.
I'm glad of that though. I'm glad that we were a bit more. It wasn't as good there.
No,
but it was better for us because we were not out in the open.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
It was like we weren't on the edge of one. But all in all, like it's still, even though it took ages to get in, like a lot longer than last year by a few hours, it still didn't really tire me out. It still didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't really that annoying.
No, it wasn't an issue. It was because, and I think it's because Choc and Mary were there, and everything's brand new to them, and like they're bringing the excitement up for me.
And we're drinking
and then
as well.
We're having a few bevs.
Still like drinking.
Oh,
it's
drinking.
It's lovely hot sun that we haven't
like,
properly had here yet.
You know, you're just waiting. You don't have tents to set up and stuff, so it's not like you're desperate to get to camp and get set up. The only setup is like the gazebos, which take 1 second, and then and parking the vans.
Yeah.
So it's like
really
you kind of got to realize that. Thank you.
Yeah,
So you
gave
just
his
got to
first
realize.
driving lesson.
You got to realize like, what am I waiting for? You
Yeah.
can I just already start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you
the
get into
gazebos.
that mindset, it's great.
It's similar to what you do at Leeds Fest. Like, you know, when you stood in queue waiting to get in, everyone stood still. Crack open a bev. That's what we used to do.
The difference with Leeds Fest for me is it's like, cool, I can crack open
a beer.
I can crack open a bev now, but like I've still got to get to camp. Then I've got to set
Put
my
my
tent
tent,
up.
yeah.
Then
Get
I've
your
probably
bag
got to help
checked
someone
as
else
well,
set the
yeah.
tent up. Then we've got to put up the
Probably-
shitty gazebo that's not an
Then
easy
probably have to go back to the van to get more shit.
Whereas
And
at Coachella, it was
You'll
like
also have to go buy another gazebo.
Yeah, go to Fat Friday.
Some fuckers probably come in and danced with it.
it's like it's kind of you're already kind of ready when you arrive at Coachella, which is a big.
It was
positive.
nice. That was nice for me getting there, and then as soon as shit was up in the first like 15 minutes, we just got on it.
That's the glory of the car camping. Like more festivals need to make that a bigger thing.
I would say that the camper van camping is so much better than a tent. I don't see what Bridie
When you say
sees in-
camper van, you mean like what we had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so much better to just get in a tent, because tents are just like
He just wants his own space.
yeah. I
does.
get that, but like
It's not even that.
realistically,
It's
that-
taking your stuff to it. You don't have to
just-
trek for miles with
just
all your shit
comfier,
up
all
or
your
in
sh-
chill.
all your shit's there, ready to go and ready to be packed away before you leave. And the most we did was just swap bedrooms, which was just up and down.
I didn't even get to swap bed. Like we just
stayed in the back. And do you know what? I was
It was
perfectly happy.
fine.
staying.
I had no issues because there was not as good a view as last year from the top bunk.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know, it's Mary. You know, it's her first time.
That's fine.
Let her have it.
Then we went to the village, didn't we? We went to scope out the village.
After we'd set up, we went down to the village. Obviously, did the usual, get some ice.
Rub on the belly.
The water bottles and stuff that cost about
Me and Bridie bought some socks like we did last year. $25 each.
So
Hey, mate.
overpriced.
What happened to your sock?
The shit
No
as well.
idea. Literally,
where did they go?
never saw them.
There were
Literally, never saw them afterwards.
There were 4 designs of
That's
socks.
remind me. I need to send
Dear.
Bridie a Monzo request for that.
Do you reckon somebody's got a confession set up?
Oh, I'm going to be looking at everyone's feet from now on.
Well, you know it weren't me, because I had my own socks.
And I tripled up on the socks.
If
I wish I
anything,
got some socks in
anything,
Target.
there was someone who
Thing
was
is, no, but
stealing
that's the thing.
socks.
I bought a full pack of black socks.
Yeah, and you
that
actually lost.
disappeared.
Yeah, you're right.
I
as
know,
well.
yeah, but we know where that disappeared too. There was a main culprit for those socks.
Who?
Mary?
Who was asking? Yeah, Mary was
is it
asking
Mary?
for constantly.
Yeah, she
can
bought
I
white
have
ones.
Can I have a spare black sock? Why do you need just the one? I've already got one. Where have you got that one from?
Oh, she kept pissing on the socks.
Yeah, she did.
And I was like, I can just remember there was a conversation maybe 2 of the 3 days there between at least you guys, maybe Bridie or someone else, talking about where are that pack of black socks gone. And I was just like, you know where it's gone. Come on,
See,
just
this is why I take stuff with me. Why I'll get stuff beforehand. Because number one, I can get brands I know I'll like. Because the American shit that I buy from Target, I've never liked the socks or the boxers.
Oh, the boxers.
The boxers.
No,
the
the
Hanes and
boxers
the
go
Goodfellow.
too baggy.
I'm wearing the Hanes now.
They go
I'm
way
wearing the
too
Goodfellas
baggy
now.
too quickly. I like my boxers to stay tight.
Toyd like a
Tiger.
tiger.
So get them in advance, and then you've got it all.
I mean,
they're in your bag.
I
You don't
did
have to worry about anyone taking your Target bag and taking your shit. Like, easiest way.
I did that. I think it kind of worked out better because when we were at Target, there was a good 10 minutes spent of everyone else faffing around on, what about these boxes? Oh, they're not the ones I want. What about these socks? They're not the ones. And I was like, well, if you've already brought it, your shit, you don't need to faff around.
But, it is something they like to do. I completely understand. Rob likes to buy it because it's a new experience.
But Rob
new boxes
does
from
that
this place, it's a
everywhere.
memory.
He buys socks and boxes
But
from
for me, it's
different
just
countries.
I just don't have that. It don't bother me. I like to get my memories out of the
Well,
other
it's
shit.
funny how much of our time is spent talking about boxers and socks.
Yeah, I agree.
Here on Route 66, on Road to Nowhere, on Route 69, on all our America trips.
It's all about the boxes.
Boxers and socks always come
Going
up.
into Best Buy to
Like-
buy boxes and socks.
To be fair, if there's something that it's
Hey,
something
there's a
that you wear
Galaxy
every
Fold
day.
2 in here.
It's something you wear every day, so you want to you.
Do you know what? Like, you're doing a podcast tomorrow as well.
yeah.
Well, there's only me on it, and Raz is a maybe, so it's unlikely.
Are you here tomorrow?
I'm here tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be available for a podcast.
What's her name?
Shut up.
Okay.
Let's put a Debbie Downer on him.
No, I don't care about that.
Hey, no, but we do have all weekend.
Yeah,
don't
true.
care.
We've got Saturday and Sunday as well, so
I'm just thinking how much to talk about now and how much to save.
Look, I'll tell you what. Let's finish day zero, and then tomorrow, the next
that's
one.
my point. Looking at the time at the minute, we'll finish day zero, and then we'll make a part two of day one, day two, day three, whatever.
Something I thought was really good about day zero, in terms of what we do, is we spent quite a bit of time initially just trying to recapture last year.
Yes.
And do you know what? I wasn't really having a good time.
No, 'cause it's
Surprise!
forced,
I was, and we were trying to make a vid. And what's really good is like we all realized, because what did we do? We went to try and get that secondhand merch, that old merch.
Yeah.
That didn't work. We went to try and see the sunset. That didn't work. And we did something else as well that we did last year. We tried to do it and it didn't work. And we all realized
We're chasing the wrong
Dodgeball
thing.
in the moment, like, this is the wrong way to do it. And then we flipped it and we started doing the bedroom roulette and we started having like organic fun instead of trying to make
It
a
was
vid.
purely, we were just trying to.
And the best
copy
vid is
everything
when
from
you're
last
not.
year.
Obviously, you need to be trying to make a vid still, but like the best thing is when when it's organic.
Yeah.
And we did a good job at realizing what we were doing wrong and immediately switching it. And I think the vids got great energy.
Yeah.
Like that day zero is like proper perfect mix of like old school festival vid that we do in like 2014 and modern us. And if we'd have not realized that the mistake we were making, then we'd have ended up with a much shitter video.
I agree.
There was a
Wales 2.0.
There was a moment where after the sunset. Keep in mind, I'm getting fed from like everyone. Like, oh, Choc, you're gonna love this. It's great. This is a great experience. So I'm getting all this like hype fed to me, and it just became a bit lackluster
Yeah, it
because
can
all these
ruin
things
some shit,
that
can't it?
And then after the sunset thing, after we missed that, I just turned around to Dan and I was like, listen, I can't be asked just going back to camp because I'm now on a lure. I just want to go and do something. So me and Dan just went for like a mission for about an hour.
And
just
that's
went
good as well,
exploring
because
it.
as we're pissing about at camp, you're doing that.
Yeah.
It's a nice little back and
But
forth.
it was also formed because of that feeling of like everything's feeling forced. Everything's like nothing feels.
We just
fun, like,
naturally-
we're
and
just
it's
forcing it.
why it's why we need to. I mean, we've not done a great job so far in our planning for the year. We've done an all right job, but it's why we need to start like not going to this, that, and the other again.
Yeah, let's do new shit.
Yeah, then that's the plan, and that's why I'm getting on at Raz today about that festival that I've been talking about in the group chat, because that's like the kind of shit we need to be doing now.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's annoying because all we're doing there is saying what we've been saying for the past.
And also I think it's also probably the year where we do more things like the chicken video and like the world's worst bar crawl.
like,
Just
if we look at the
more-
calendar, like we got Slam Dunk obviously, but then after that we've got like a totally new festival that we've never done. Then after that weekend, it's Download, but also a totally new festival that we've never done. Yeah. Then after that, totally new festival we've never done. Then after that, totally new festival. So actually, looking at the calendar, it feels pretty good. No, because it is tough, isn't it? Like with like Leeds Fest, it's like, right, it's our... What's that going to be? It's like my 14th Leeds Fest.
I said this actually to someone last weekend. I can't wait for the day where we don't go to.
You know what? Looking at the lineup this year could be the one for me.
I'm game, man. Like the
if
thing is,
we
like,
can find something else, you know.
That's the thing. Like, not to get too off topic, but like, Leeds for me was always my validator.
Yeah.
It was like I'm doing the right thing, and I love Leeds, obviously, but like, I honestly, there was a time where missing a Leeds Fest would be the worst thing ever.
I think we both said that if there was a time where we couldn't get it off work, we'd quit our job.
I think like we underestimate how big Leeds and Reading is, though, because even Blink 182 mentioned Reading to Coachella.
No, it's a huge festival.
It's Post Malone. One of his goals in life was to play Leeds and Reading.
It's not a small event.
No, absolutely not.
But it's just
in regards to everything else.
What do we do now? Like here's TPD TV for the 14th year at Reading and Leeds, confined to guest camp. Doing fucking no.
Yeah.
And guest camp is boring.
And it's not just that, it's also we've got to a stage now where, as we were talking about the Coachella thing, what we were worried about happening, that does happen sometimes at Leeds.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, it does.
Where you can't just go in a crowd and start having a laugh because people around you are then like stopping to talk to you and you're like, I'm trying to vibe out at the moment.
And don't get me wrong, like I love talking to many people. I love meeting new people.
It's not that, is it, mate? It's just like
last year was so successful because obviously Coachella, but you know, we did so much new stuff
shit,
like Rock for People and Rock in Rio, and when it's organic and you're discovering stuff new for the first time, you don't have to think, and you have the better time and you make the better vid. And I'm excited for this year because we do have like a good amount of. We still need to sort some stuff out, but like we've got a good fresh year ahead. And I'm really glad at Coachella, the big one, the expensive one, we kind of slapped ourselves on the wrist when we realised.
Yeah, early on.
Yeah, no fucking about. And
it's good that we're at a stage we can notice it now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've made enough shit across the years to know. I guess
know what works and what doesn't.
Trial and error, I suppose, but. Yeah, it is. I am thinking, like, what the fuck are we going to do at X Festival this year that's going to make it fresh?
Yeah.
Yep.
But then, so, going back to Coachella.
Good point there, Rob.
Very good point, yeah. But,
it's relevant to Coachella because what we did at Coachella, we smashed it on that day and we started having real fun.
Yeah, we did.
The day, literally,
and it was...
Literally, the day after was fucking great. No, I'm just saying, like, after we had that little down moment... Next day was one of the fucking best days there.
Mate, that first night was fucking incredible. It was awesome. That was such a good night.
Can we let's talk about Bedroom Roulette quickly. So
was that the first night?
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't watch any Jackmate thing. Not to be a knobhead. He's just never been on my radar.
He's in Leeds at the end of the month.
But
when's wedding?
Vals was watching a vlog of like that Robbie guy.
Yeah, Robbie
and he hangs out with that Jack, and they did a tour, and they did this thing called Choc Roulette, right? Which is where like
they go to a service station and they buy loads of different chocolates and they put it in a bag, and some good chocolates, some shit chocolates, and they just do a Choc Roulette. So you might get a good one, you might get a shit one.
Yeah. So we were watching that vlog, and we were like. We know there's a Venn diagram with a lot of overlap of our fans and their fans. And we were like, let's just take the piss out of them. And and the idea was we were going to do Choc Roulette. And we were going to get like 7 chocolate bars in Target. And we were going to proper say like, I've invented this game.
Yeah.
Me, Rob, I've invented this new game. And Jake's come up with the theme song. And it was their theme song. And we were going to proper just take the piss out of them.
What is that theme song?
Choc Roulette.
Oh, no, it's so weird.
But we were so tired in Target, we didn't buy any fucking chocolate. So we did Bedroom Roulette instead.
You know what? An arguably much better idea than Choc Roulette. Because
I don't know what the roulette is.
I've got a Three Musketeers. Oh, no. Who cares? Bedroom Roulette, funny.
Yeah, it was good. And again, even though that we've stolen something, it was natural and organic for us.
It was.
So after we'd done that,
arrest me, officer. I naturally stolen one.
After we'd done that, we were on such a good level. We were so happy. You know, the vibe was certainly changed. Got some drinks down us, and
got a lot of drinks down us.
Yeah, and then it was time to go back into the
Powerade and vodka's great.
Powerade and vodka is great.
I had a
Mountain Dew and
pineapple,
vodka was the one.
pineapple Malibu, and cranberry juice.
That Mountain Dew and vodka in the big bottle was the one.
But we went down to the Dome, which is where we just had such a riot last year.
Let me
and
tell you,
Yeah,
man.
it happened again.
And it happened again.
It was good.
I was having the time of my life in that Dome. I was having a great time. There's a moment you might have seen where some pirate hooks just pop out. And
I didn't even get it.
Yeah, it was just a.
No, not until we got back. And he explained it.
It was just a little inside joke. And early on that day, Rob had got the Minecraft sword out and was like, "I've had enough of your shit." And I said, "Oh, just wait till later." And that were it. But for the full thing, we just didn't let him see that we had the hook.
These pirate hooks.
And he's fucked up, man. Rob's fucked.
Every
And we're
time
just
his back's turned, Hook's coming out.
Yeah, Hook's coming out, hooking him, and he's not even noticing. There's a part where I've got a drink in one hand and then a joint in my mouth with the hook, and Rob's staring directly at me. Fucking white as a sheet, man.
I was gone. I had a lot of
White as a
vodka.
sheet, just gone.
And then it was that electronic joint that Dan had, and I had a proper big drag of that, which in what I do. And literally the world was moving.
But you
We got in those
And I was
hits.
still, and I was trying to
Welcome
adjust.
to Jake at
I
Harry
was trying to
Styles.
adjust for the world moving, but obviously it wasn't moving. I was just like moving. So I'm moving, and I think I'm still that the world's moving. It was very
You're
in
doing
between
that
us.
forever.
moment.
What was funny was that we were all having such a good time and so obnoxiously like fucked.
Apart from MB.
We were just getting more and more deeper into that dome,
Entering the
and just
centre,
like
mate.
pushing people and not even noticing because we were just having a great time. And I can't remember at one point they had these like shit pits because Americans just don't know how to fucking
Mate, American
hit, man.
crowds
Say
are
that,
weird.
but I mean, did you see Knocked Loose?
Yeah, but it was
Did you hear him?
it was what do you call it? They were doing these, and at one point, me, Rob, and Raz just jumped in them for no reason.
I've got this great video on my phone of one of those pits, and it's so funny because there's like two girls like behind us, and they're just like pushing you and Rob or Raz, and they're just like, it's just like, what are you doing?
God, it was funny, man. It was just great time.
We had
in
a
there.
great night in there.
That was like one of those moments. As someone whose first time it was experiencing that dome, the best way I could describe it to anyone who's never had that experience is just take what you get at like a silent disco, turn it up by 11, and just put your most fucked up version of yourself there, and double it.
And also play only electronic Latina music.
Yeah,
and it worked.
yeah. They had some ticky-tocky songs there.
They did have some
Jake,
ticky-tocky.
Jake turned around and went, "Oh, I know this one."
Played no fucking Tom Zanetti.
I think the music was better this year than
Yeah,
it
I
was
agree.
last year.
I agree.
Really?
I think
think
the
it
vibe
was
was
similar,
maybe a little bit better last year.
Yeah,
But the music this year was better.
yeah, 100%.
It wasn't all Latina music. It was English, so we could understand it.
Macarena.
Yeah, Macarena, which is kind of English in it at this point, and Riverside
version.
and stuff. And,
I don't. What are the words for Macarena then? In English?
hey, Macarena.
And the rest?
What do you know? That's a good question.
They are some, like, if I remember rightly, it's just gobbledygook to me.
No,
Probably a
that's,
foreign language, but
Last
it's-
ketchup.
Last ketchup. What?
Last ketchup is the gobbledygook one.
No, I think Macarena. It's like, hey, Macarena.
Instead of hey,
I don't even think it's
ketchup
English.
song, isn't it?
Give your body joy, Macarena.
Oh,
That
it
your
is.
body is to give you joy and
Do the
good
accent.
thing. Give you,
God, Chat GBT is
Do
good.
the accent.
give your body joy, Macarena. That your body is to give you joy and good thing. Give your body joy, Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Aye. Macarena has a boyfriend named Vitrona, his last name. I think this is a direct translation.
That's awful.
Sounded
If
it,
only we used the Babbel app a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the dome was great. The dome was good.
Incredible night.
There was
Really
one
fucking
thing that
good night.
happened in the dome though that was a bit annoying.
Was it MB going home early?
No, we were dancing and Brady shouted at Rozzy because Rozzy dropped the van key on the floor,
Mate, there was
and that was annoying.
a great moment where I'm filming everyone saying Coachella, and I've gone around everyone, and it's just Raz left. So I'm pre-recording, so like the camera's down at our
Pre-recording?
feet. Yeah, the camera's down at the feet, and I just see this object just fall on the camera, and then I look up at Raz, and then Bridie comes into frame, goes down, and just picks up the keys, and Raz just goes like that, as if we didn't notice. Like, just dropped
And I
it.
tell you what, maybe that might be some foreboding, but you're gonna have foreshadowing. But
Foreboding's the right word.
thank you.
I mean, foreboding is
But-
the feeling it would have given you.
But do you know
Foreshadowing
what?
is
If
it
you
was.
wanna, if,
Foreboding is a technique used.
I don't want to know about your techniques. I've heard.
that was a really good segment into this ending, but
Do you know what, mate?
maybe
Don't
that
matter.
maybe that was some foreboding. But if you want to find out why that might be some
foreskin.
foreboding,
You're gonna have to watch the other podcasts.
you might have to watch and listen to the next.
So
podcast.
what's the plan with this? You're doing like one a day and then release
this
them all
one's-
consecutively.
I'm thinking I might do one a day.
You don't spread them over a week, do you? Over like 4 weeks.
No, I want to smash them out like one a day.
And then like
your
release them one a day.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like next week, release them all one a day.
Yeah, that's a
if
good
I can.
idea, that.
But over the weekend, I want to try and get as many as we can if we've got.
Well, what
we
you
do
should, you should do like
Yeah, for sure.
one tomorrow, one Saturday, one Sunday.
Well, tomorrow's looking like a no-show because Raz is the only one on there with me, and it's a maybe.
If I'm in and I've got enough of my edit done, I'll step in, no problem.
What you had?
Anyway,
I'm sure Mary will.
Coachella.
Oh,
Would
be
you
so.
believe? Yeah, the work never ends.
Anyway, this is probably a conversation we should probably have.
Oh yeah,
do you know
definitely. We
what?
shouldn't have it with you. Like you lot want to get on and do whatever you fucking.
I'll tell
do.
you a funny story before we end.
No, don't.
So, Matty Bridie is a bit of an enigma in our group. He disappears and doesn't speak to us for sometimes weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been he's been quiet since.
And we're led
the
to
holiday.
believe that's just because, he's got a job.
Yeah.
But
Like
guess
we all
what?
do.
Everyone's got a fucking job.
Oh, no,
You don't. Jake done.
Everyone's got a job.
Shit, I don't.
So anyway, he rocks up on using Jake's phone because he doesn't even have his own phone anymore. And he's got some fucking bird as his background, right, on his phone. And he gets dissed of it, and he's kind of like, the only thing, he's kind of like me in the airport. I mentioned about in the airport, like, I could bite and I could be like frustrated, but the best thing to do is to just not say anything.
Yeah.
And it just blows over.
And with MB, it truly is water off a duck's back in it. Like he just lets everything slide off and changes the distance.
But he's got this picture of this bird, right? And you know that she's like set it for him.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Do you reckon?
And it's like a cute thing.
I don't think she did. I reckon he's a big wetty and done it himself.
No way. So in between like taking birds out and teaching them how to drive automatic cars, which are the easiest cars to drive, he's he's whoever this lass is, he's got her as his background. So I think, right then, time to shine. So when his phone's charging in the airport, in the hotel, I take a photo of his lock screen on my phone. and when we get to Coachella, I airdrop it to all the gang, all 6 members, and I say, set a lock screen with this. And at the silent disco tonight, we'll all switch to that lock screen and show him that we've got his bird on our lock screen. And there's a great clip in the vlog where we film the reveal of that. And I didn't put it in because I didn't want to out this girl, this poor lass
Yeah,
that has to
'cause
put
we
up with his
don't know how
tiny cock.
It is small, like
It
a
is-
jelly bean.
Oh, God almighty. And he's, I don't know how to get it personally. But
so fat.
it was so fat. But yeah, there's a great clip where like we all show him together, like we've got the thing on the lock screen, and obviously it's funny and he laughs, and that will be in the. I don't want to call it a B-sides because it's going to be literally an A-sides again. It's going to be like I was even thinking, depending on how it looks, just pretend we went to weekend 2 and just do it. Like another, but
Just wore the exact same clothes on the exact same day.
why would you not? But I've got that clip, so once I've had the time to blur all them out, because
Take
that
a
takes
longer
like
and uncut.
10 minutes, and I didn't want
Yeah,
to
do
that.
the South Park reference.
It was,
yeah.
it was very funny. Very
It was.
funny.
That was very
what
good.
was funny, that happened, and then you could see there was a slight shift.
Well, he went home not long after.
But no,
Yeah.
even before, like, you going, Matty Bridie's going to go home early tonight.
This is
And then you called it because then 20 to half an hour later, he was like...
this is it with MB. Like you can recognize it. He hits a wall and that's it. He is done. Yeah. Like you can see it's.
Do you know what though, mate? I
But
think
he's
it's
so-
just because everyone's just getting older as well.
But he's
and
so argumentative with it. He doesn't want to be the first one to leave, so he fights it.
you
and
never
then he's the first
do
one to
though,
leave
man.
anyway.
Like it's kind of like the unspoken shame. If you are the first person to say, I'm tired, I'm going,
Usually it's me.
like, no, so
you are a
the
pussy.
way it works is you want someone else to kind of hint at it, and if two people leaves, then you kind of like, oh, there's no shame.
You used to see it in Key Club all the time with Rob and Raz. You just get a
there's a great
indicating kebab, and that's it. There's no.
There's a great story about that exact thing from day one, from the Friday, which obviously we'll talk about.
Was that the Calvin
The
night?
next podcast.
No,
it was
day one was Metro Blue.
Oh, Metro.
But yeah, I think we've got a good enough time here. Hour and 14. You know,
Bloody hell, that went quick.
I like to
enjoyed
go
that.
over an hour with these because when I were at work and I was listening to podcasts, an hour just didn't feel like enough.
Yeah, I always liked to go over an hour as well.
An hour and a half is a good spot.
Hour and a half, yeah.
2 hours if I'm feeling frisky.
2 hours, I think, is a bit too long.
It
Yeah,
depends
you're
on the context.
We did the crisp one, and it was 2 hours, and like
They were good,
fucking hell,
though.
zonked. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I was knackered, man.
Well, you also
Probably didn't help that we started doing it at midnight.
Yeah, definitely not.
I thought, let's bang out a quick one. It'll take an hour. I forgot I'm with Captain Chat-a-lot over there.
Shut up, man. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have even had that idea.
Bitch
You were
ass,
sat on the
OS.
sofa going, what can we talk about,
It was
man?
kind of my idea, though, wasn't it?
Was it? Because I
We
don't
should
remember.
go to that all-you-can-eat crisp bar in Hull.
That would be funny.
That's like
Right.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner for that lad.
Anyway,
please.
let's talk about all this nonsense off the podcast. Thank you for listening. It has been lovely to talk to you. It's been lovely to have Robert on the
Thank
show
you.
again.
Thanks,
It's been
Rob.
a while.
Thank you very much.
Rob.
This is obviously part one. We'll have many more parts coming out of this to tell you all about what went down.
In the guest area, we can tell them all about the stuff that happened in the guest
Oh,
area.
don't get that. And on the Sunday night.
That's not the VIP area, by the way. That's the guest.
the big
That's
boy.
the big boy.
The
Where
one
all the
up.
players. Where all they go. So make sure you
mind
tune
the
in
guest
for that
area.
one. But yeah, thank you
God,
for
it's
that.
like a cartoon soundboard.
What's going
over
on?
there.
Yeah. You lot have just turned into mayhem for the last 2 minutes.
I'm excited. I'm off to a gig.
All right,
Okay.
son.
And me.
And Jake.
Yeah, but
Do you know, this will be my
he's off to a gig.
37th gig of the year.
That's mad, that.
And we
That
haven't
is
even
mad,
started
'cause-
the
I know,
civil
because
season.
I haven't seen a single person tonight who fucking asked.
Right, anyway, I'll see you in a bit.
Right. Enjoy, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.